IJW, International Journalism Week. It is a bit of a deep dive, a week of a deep dive into an area that the students are touching on in all sorts of different ways during their time with us. But this is a place where the experts from outside the university mingle with our students, give them great networking opportunities. The students are going to do competitions, they're going to have a reception, they're going to participate, they're tweeting. I'm hoping that they're getting very enthused about the subject, but in a way that is a really interesting way for them to gather this information and knowledge and for them to remember it and to have a wonderful experience.
The week was really good because all kinds of people have come to talk to us about, for example, trauma-aware journalism, how to deal with trauma ourselves as journalists, as well as how survivors deal with trauma and how we can be better journalists by not causing extra trauma.
I think it's been fantastic being able to hear from the people who have, experts really, who have written books about trauma in journalism and gone to these crazy places where they could have died. It's given me a warning of the things that may happen as a journalist, but it's also just made me so excited to understand the impact of what you're doing.
It's been interesting to hear from different people and hear their different experiences that they've had in different areas of the world where they've been to different conflicts. I think that as new students to journalism, I think it's really beneficial for us to hear different points of view.
And just to hear how they talk about it and how hard it is for them or how easy it is for them to acclimatize back to real life. So I think the entire week is sort of this trauma reporting kind of thing for IJW, and I think I'm really interested in sort of what everyone has to say.
I think putting the students at the heart of this gives them the opportunity to learn by doing, learn by inquiring, and it's a really lovely way to engage with the students but to teach them about something tremendously important that's going on in the world. But it's put into context. They're going to hear from experts, people on the ground who actually live this experience. This is a real benefit to students, so they actually get to talk to those people and to hear it from them.
I think it's an important event for researchers and scholars and students of journalism in the UK, and I am Ukrainian and a researcher of Ukrainian journalism, and I think because of that and in a year like this it was extremely important for me to speak publicly about what is going on in Ukraine in terms of the media and the transformation that the wars brought into the Ukrainian media sphere.
My name is Rizwana Hamid. I'm a journalist and filmmaker and currently the director of the Centre for Media Monitoring, part of the International Journalism Week here, and I was presenting a PowerPoint discussion on how Muslims and Islam are reported on in mainstream media.
I am a Muslim person trying to get into the media, and this one is it just clearly shows me a lot about the media today, and still there is a lot to go. And with the session this morning as well, it's interesting how politics and everything works, media works in a different country compared to ours, because obviously right now I've only learned about English journalism and how it is here, and it is quite interesting to see the outside and how it works in Nigeria, especially with the politics and how they coincide. So yeah, it's interesting just learning about external uses, a broad use of journalism, and also media and how they portray people like me and my culture.
I think because of the evidence that exists out there currently about how mainstream media and how journalists are perpetuating false tropes about Muslims and Islam, it's really important to capture tomorrow's journalists while they're still studying so that they're familiar with what the problematic areas are in terms of current journalism standards, how they can hopefully avoid those and improve the coverage when they become working journalists.
It's been really insightful because I feel like it's developed me a lot and my skills in interacting with people.
With these workshops, we're sitting down as friends and kind of looking at the issues together, and so it's as if we're planning to go and do these interviews and go and do these investigations on these different things. So I think that it's been good.
So I found that overall, since this is the kind of profession I want to do, now I have a lot more knowledge of how to approach sensitive situations and interviews.
it's fantastic. It's helped me really understand what journalism's like when I'm out in the world, and my time studying is finished.
It was very, very insightful. I learned a lot, and I'm sure tomorrow if I decide to be a war reporter, I'll definitely know how to go about it with the ideas I've gotten already, and of course coupled with what we're learning already. So I thought it was really exciting.